Dolphin worksheet already? Okay, I'll go through question 1 and then question 2 together. Okay, same thing. Like it's basically problem solving on what like what we have done in the textbook question just now. Okay, something similar. Okay, we just will look at question 1 first. Okay, the profit that a company makes selling an item in thousands of dollars depends on the price in dollars. If P is the price of the item, then the three equivalent forms for the profit are as follows. Okay, let us first define our variable, okay? Let us first define our variable. Over here, right? My dear must follow me, okay? Yeah. So over here, let's define our variables. For profit, right? Can we just define our profit as Y? We will all define our profit as Y. We let Y be the profit. Okay? So what is X? Can we be very clear about what is X? What is X? X is the what? Let X is the, sorry, P. P is the, based on the question, somebody tell me what is P equals to? What does P represent? Price of items, right? Okay, we are price of items. Is there any information? Price of the item that you are selling. Okay, price of the item that you are selling. So over here, is there one information that I did not write? There's one very vital information that Mr. did not write. Look at the question again. The profit that a company makes selling an item in what? In thousands of dollars. So over here, my Y is my profit, but there's one thing I must take note of. This is not dollars. This is in terms of thousands. Okay, in terms of thousands, right? So we must be very careful. This is not just dollars, it is profit in terms of thousands. Okay, so later when we go through the questions, there is one question that you need to be very careful of, what I just highlighted in red. Okay, so I want everybody to take a look at these three forms. Okay, we have three forms over here. We have Y equals to negative 2p squared plus 24p minus 54. We have Y equals to minus 2, p minus 3, p minus 9. We also have Y equals to negative 2p minus 6 bracket square plus 18. All three forms. Okay, so all these three forms are basically, the question tells you they are equivalent. Means they are exactly the same function. Can somebody tell me, how do you know if they are equivalent or not? The question says that they are equivalent, but how do you know if they are equivalent? Think about it. How do you know if they are equivalent? Margaret, how do you know if they are equivalent? Because the question says so? No, right? How do you know they are equivalent? Loud voice so I can capture you in the video. Yes. Not very sure? Okay, it's okay not to know. It's perfectly okay. You just try, okay? Anybody else? Erica? How do you know they are equivalent? They all have minus 2. Just because they have minus 2, they are equivalent. I think we may need a little bit more information than that. She's partly right, but we need a bit more information than that. You think about it. If I have an equation, y equals to minus 2p squared plus 5p, I have another equation, y equals to 2p squared plus 6p. Are they equivalent? But based on your what you just said, they all have 2p squared. Just because the coefficient of p squared is the same, does it mean they are equivalent? So, how can we tell that they are equivalent? Somebody else, come. Very good, you expand it, right? So, Hashmir, right? What's your name again? Sanya, sorry. Stop changing your name. I cannot remember your name. Okay, so over here, if Sanya mentioned if you expand. So, if you expand this, what will you get? If you expand this, you have negative 2p, you have p squared minus 12p plus 27, and you expand it out, minus 2p squared plus 24p plus, minus 54. If you expand this out, minus 2p minus 6 squared, you have p squared minus 12p plus 36, and then plus 18. You expand this out, you will also have minus 2p squared plus 24p minus 54. I think this is what Sanya was trying to say. if you expand all of them out, you realize that they all have the same expression as your general form. Okay, that's how we know that they are equivalent. Okay, so by expanding out and simplifying them, arranging them in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, we can tell that they are exactly the same functions. That's one way. Is there another way to test whether are they equivalent or not? Another way. Another way. Anybody? Change here? Anything? So one way, like Sanya has mentioned, expand and simplify, arrange it in ax squared plus bx plus c. That's one way to see if they are equivalent. What's another way? Very good. Substitute a value, right? Substitute a value. Can you elaborate a little bit more on this? What's your good friend's name? Melody. Also your Melody. Okay, Melody, can you elaborate a little bit more on what Chen Jie has mentioned? She says substitute a value in. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what she has said? What do you mean by just substitute a value in? What, can you elaborate a little bit more on that? So, speak up, my dear, so I can capture on video. Put a random value for P, right? Okay, then what do you expect? Same Y value. Thank you very much. Okay, so exactly as what Melody has mentioned, think of a random value of P. For example, let P be 5, let P be 10, let P be 20. Any value, plug it in. And if they are equivalent, when you substitute in the equation 1, equation 2, or equation 3, all of them, if they are equivalent, they must produce the same value of Y. Are we clear? That's another way you can tell whether it's a function equivalent or not. Okay, so we just take a look at these three forms. Okay, let us recognize them first. What form is the first one? The first one is what form? Everybody, what form is this? General form. The second form is factorized form. And then the last one is completed the square form, right? Completed square form. Okay, so all three forms are the same equation, but each of them have their own affordances. Okay, so in the past we tried this exercise before, but it was questions. But now I put it in a context, and let's see if you can understand this a little bit better. Okay, very quickly, take 2 minutes. Okay, I want you to discuss. Do it by yourself first. In 2 minutes, I want you to consider which form, okay, can best give you a profit of $0. If you want to find the price that gives you a profit of $0, which form will you use? And part B, which form is most useful to find the profit when the price is 0? Okay, which form will you use? Part C, which form will you use to find the price that gives you the maximum profit? Okay, maximum profit. So 2 minutes, you try it on your own now, before I give you 2 minutes to discuss with your friend. Okay, after that, I'll give you another 2 minutes to discuss.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, girls, come, let's continue. Okay, tell me what did your pair, okay, your pair, after discussing, what have the two of you, what conclusion have you all reached? Okay, can I hear from Amelia's group? Okay, Amelia is Amanda Greg's sister, I just found out, right? Amazing. Okay, come, Amelia, you and Arlene, right? Arlene. Okay, so part A, question says, which form will you use to find the price that gives you a profit of $0? Profit means what? When you want to use what? Profit basically is Y, right? Yes or no? So basically for part A, you are trying to find when Y equals to 0, you are trying to find what is P. Am I correct? So which form is the best? You all come up with A, B or C? 1, 2 or 3? Okay, 1, 2 or 3. Which form? Which form is easiest to find the value of P? The second? Which form is the best? Which one? The factorized form, thank you. The factorized form, right? Factorized form, which is number 2, right? Number 2. Why do you say that? Why do you... Hey, you said factorized, right? She said factorized form. Yeah, factorized form. Okay, why do you say that, Aline? Why did your friend say factorized form? Do you agree with her? Okay, why do you say that? Because once y equals to 0, to find p, must you expand out and solve? Must you expand? Formula method? No. You can instantly find p, right, by doing what? P equals to what? 3 or p equals to 9. Straight away, right? Just by looking at this, p is equal to 3 or 9. Just because it is in the factorized form. Can you see the affordance of the factorized form? So easy, you can find the value. I'm not saying 1 and 3 cannot. General form, completed square form can also do that, but it's slightly more tedious. Okay? The next one, how do you find which form is the best? If you want to find the profit when the price is 0. Price is 0. So price is 0. So when p equals to 0, you are trying to find profit. Profit. Which form are you trying to find? Which form is the best for you to find the profit when your price is 0? Which form did your group choose? Yasu, which one do you choose? 1 or 3?
Yeah.
1, right? 1 because the reason you chose was a general form. Why? Because, can you tell me why do you choose general form? When p equals to 0, immediately you can get the answer, right? Basically, you are actually trying to find what? Okay, minus 54. Am I correct? Am I not right to say that that's actually finding the y-intercept? It's the same, right? When p equals to 0, you are actually attempting to find the y-intercept. So over here, when p is 0, can you tell me what's the y answer? Y answer is how much? Negative 54, right? So is your answer negative 54? Is your answer negative 54? No, it's not. Think again. It means for this item, right? If you are selling for free, $0, you actually, do you make a profit of negative 54 or negative? Is a loss, right? Okay, wait a minute. It's a loss of $54. Is it only $54? Or very good. It's not just 54. It's a loss of 54,000. That's why this is important. Your y is in terms of thousand. So you actually make a loss of $54,000. Not $54. No, $54 is okay. 54,000 is a lot. Okay, are we clear? So the last one, which form will you use to find the maximum profit? Which form will you use? The last one, right? So for part C, which form will you use? I will choose the last one, completed the square form. So completed the square form, the CS form. Okay, why CS form? I'm sure Crystal also come out with CS form, right? The last one. Why? Because from here you can already determine the maximum value, minimum value. In this case, it's a maximum value of $18,000. What is the price then? The price is $6. So the price is $6. You will use this form. Don't need to do anything. From the equation, straight away, from the expression, you can tell already. Okay? Are we doing good so far? Okay. Okay, question 2. So everyone take a look. Okay, because in the interest of time, I won't let you try individually. So we do a pair work instantly. Okay, in your pairs. During your holiday, right? During the holiday for Mrs. Tay, she went to Norway. It's real life. She really went to Norway. So Mrs. Tay sighted some dolphins during a cruise. So one of the dolphins leaped out of the water. In a parabolic motion, right? That's the sound of a dolphin. Okay. So Mrs. Tay estimated that the maximum height of the dolphin was 4 meters above sea level, while the horizontal distance is 6 meters. So now I give you certain key information. So you have a dolphin. The dolphin is here. So this horizontal distance is 6 meters. The maximum height is 4 meters. So now the task is in your group, in your pairs. Are you able to find an equation to model the shape of the parabola? I need you to find the shape, the equation that can model the shape of this black color curve. Is that okay? 3 minutes. Let's try now. Okay, girls, come. Let's take a look at Qianjie's solution and Deborah's solution. Remember, we are not interested here to determine which is correct, which is wrong. Important here is to find out why is it correct or why is it wrong. So let's determine first, okay? So Chen Jie's group came up with this answer. She started off with x minus 3 bracket square plus 4. Okay, can you tell me what is good about this solution? What was she thinking? She was thinking of what? How did she get the 3 and the 4 here? Somebody tell me. Midpoint, right? So if this is 6, probably if it's drawn on x-axis, this will be 3, right? This distance is 3, and then turning point 3, 4. So she used the equation, completing the square form, y equals a bracket x minus a bracket square plus k. So she simply plug in negative, a is over here, negative 3, sorry, h is 3, and then your k is 4. I walked around, most of you have this answer, but can someone explain to me why this idea itself is not sufficient? Because over here, if the coefficient of x squared is positive, what happens? You end up with a smiley face. So what Chen Jie is writing now is the other way. Understand? So be very careful. This one, this part we can improve. Okay, so over here, we need a negative sign. That's how we got this. Okay, with this itself, is this correct? Did anyone try over here? So she has these two equations, right? If she expand out, she will have something similar. I guess it's probably expanding out minus x squared plus 6x minus 13. Can somebody tell me why this is still wrong? Not correct. Yes, my dear? Minus 5, is it? Where? Oh, here, oh, okay, sorry, it's minus 9 plus 4, so it's minus 5. Okay, sorry. So this is plus 5, right? Plus 5, is it? It's minus 5. Can anybody tell me why this itself is still not enough?
There should be a number before x.
What else?
Ax.
Ax, this number here, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, what about, anyone considered, if you try to factorize this, right? What will you have? Anyone try? 5, 1, minus, minus. Agree? So if you do it this way, what are your x-intercepts? 1 and 5. What is the horizontal distance between them? Only 4 units. But over here, what do I have? 6 units. So this itself is still not enough, still not correct. Anyone has a different suggestion? Yes.
Minus a bracket x minus 3 whole square.
Minus what, sorry?
Minus a.
A.
Yeah.
But you must tell me what's A value.
Oh.
You must determine it. Okay, can I share with you, in the interest of time, I'll share with you my solution, okay? Rather than working with the completed square form, Mr. Ng chose a different form. Mr. Ng chose this. I put a minus first because this itself, okay, this itself is a set phase graph, right? Concave downwards, concave downwards. I do it this way. I do this first. Assuming if this is your axis, y, this is horizontal, 0, 6. So Mr. Ng determined this first. So I determine this. So if this is, when y is 0, x equals to 0 or 6. So I know that they are 6 meters apart. Can you see what I see? So this is my solution. Is this the answer? No. Why not? Why not? Because I still have not solved the turning point yet. Am I correct? Yes or no? So what is the turning point? Over here, you realize that when 3 is, if I were to substitute 3, 4, right? When x is 3, what's my thinking process? Y equals to minus 3 times 3 minus 6. I will have what value? Positive 9. Positive 9. But what is my maximum value? Is how much? 4. How can I make, when x is 3, my y turn out to be 4 rather than 9? Is it minus 5? What can I do to have this answer, x bracket x minus 6? I can introduce one number here such that when x is 3, instead of y equals to 9, I can have a 4. What number can I put here? Anybody? In the interest of time, 4/9. Why 4/9? Picture this, huh? If your x is 3, what happens? Y equals to minus 4/9, right? Times 3 minus 6. So this will give you minus 4/9. 3 times negative 3 is minus 9, correct? So over here, you realize that they can cancel. You'll give you exactly 4. 3, 4. So what is the answer? This is the answer. Okay, there is an alternative solution to this. Okay, I want you all to think about it, and then by the next lesson, I want you to try to come up with an alternative solution to this. Is there another way to do this? Determining the equation of a quadratic graph given certain information. Okay?
We did it!